because we are going to be sitting for a little while as we get started, feel free just to like stretch your legs out in different ways, switch the cross of them if your hips are getting tired from sitting. Just don't feel like you have to hold that as a stagnant pose. So really take care of you, do what feels comfortable and nourishing in your body. You guys know that. Right, and we're just going to rest our hands on the knees and begin with a few circles. Stretch things out a little bit before we sit. So just easing around. Let's take a few the other way. Okay, and just bringing yourself all the way back around the center. Just take a little wiggle, wiggling out any noticeable stress and tension from your back. And from here, just let your eyes drop, close. Let's take a few cleansing breaths to clear the space, clear the way. So breathing in through your nose, out with an easy sigh. And as you do that a couple more times, just feel this also as a mental shift from the world outside to dropping into the world inside. Coming to meet yourself where you are in this moment. Just saying a little hello to yourself. How are you? Tuning in, taking a few moments to get quiet with yourself. Let the chatter of the day begin to subside. Although you might be noticing the bird chatter outside, which is kind of sweet to know that they are practicing with us. And just feel your awareness dropping down into your body, all the way down into your hips and your pelvis. And just let your hips get a little heavier into the cushions and the ground beneath you. And feel this lightness, this lift floating up through your heart as the shoulders soften. And just feel this ease of your posture. Okay. And from here, begin to tune into your own natural breath. So we're not changing it yet. I just want you to start to feel the movement of your breath in and out. For right now, let's breathe in and out through our nose. And just noticing if your breath feels tight or constricted anywhere. It's maybe not flowing as freely through some areas of your body. And if that is the case, can you just bring a loving awareness to that area? Allow it to soften and relax a little bit more. Begin to find your way into your own natural breathing rhythm, just that easy breath in and that easy breath out. So it's becoming a little bit more conscious, a little bit more intentional, a little fuller, a little slower. Perhaps you can feel your breath opening up kind of three-dimensionally from front to back, side to side, bottom to top. Now, if you like, you could place hands on your body as we begin to move into our three-part breath. You don't have to. It can be a nice sort of tactile reminder maybe of where our breath is, where it's going. And so if you're using your hands, you can place one hand on your belly and one hand right above it on your solar plexus. And just begin to feel your breath as it travels down into your belly, your waist, your low back. Allow your breath to expand into your hand. And as you exhale long and slow, gently draw your belly towards your back. So like a balloon inflating as you breathe in, we're letting the belly muscles relax into our hand as the breath travels down into the body. And like that balloon deflating, we draw the belly back towards the spine, lovingly squeezing all of that old air out. Now from here, start to breathe into your belly. Feel your breath move up through your rib cage, and then take that belly hand and bring it up to your chest as your breath continues to come up to the top of the lungs. Now as you exhale, soften the chest. Feel the breath moving down out of the ribs, and take your hand back to your belly as you hug your tummy into your back. So again, we breathe into our belly, up through the ribs, and into the upper body. And exhale, soften the chest, soften the ribs, draw the belly towards your back. Now keep going, and you can choose to use the hands or not, but also with your mind's eye, feel your breath flowing gently up and down your body. Long and slow breath in and up. Long and slow breath out and down. Do that 2 more times. Letting your breath be an anchor point for your mind, for your focus and attention, to stay here in the present moment or to have something to come back to if you get distracted. Now at the end of your next breath, just relax, let that go for a moment. And we're going to add on to this with some arm movements that help the breath move a little bit deeper into all those 3 areas. So in this next variation, this is a 3-sip inhale and a long, slow exhale. So we breathe in a third of the way and pause, breathe in another third of the way and pause, breathe the rest of the way in and pause, and then one long, slow exhale. And so we'll be breathing in through our nose and out with an S sound. So it really is kind of like a balloon deflating. And this is a really long exhale where we are fully emptying. We're hugging the ribs in, we're hugging the belly muscles in to fully empty every last bit of air out of the lungs. And then we relax and breathe into them again. So the arm movement with this is, let's just all do it together, to bring the arms forward as we breathe in that first sip and pause. Open the arms out to the sides as we take that second sip of air in and pause. Bring the arms up overhead as we fill up the rest of the lungs. And here we go, one long, slow exhale. Give our belly. Relax, and we do that again. We breathe slowly in a third of the way as the arms come forward, expanding the breath maybe into the sides of the ribs as the arms open. Keep inhaling to the top of the lungs as the arms come up. One long, slow exhale as the arms pull down. And you guys keep going. I know we all have a different breathing pace, so we're going to do 2 more on your own timing. Last time through. At the end of this exhale, relax. Just let your hands rest onto your legs. Come back to your easy breathing and just notice how you feel. And it would not be at all unusual to be a little lightheaded after that deep of breathing. So just relax. Good. All right, let's all stretch our legs out for a moment here. So just reach them out, shake them out a little bit. Maybe take some ankle circles. Okay. And we're going to cross them or bring them back into wherever that's comfy for you. All right. Let's do one more piece here. So we've been doing shoulder raises, so that's nothing new, but I just want to add a little extra visualization with this today. So we're going to lift and squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Now we're going to hold them there and just make sure that you're not cranking your head back. So your chin stays level with the floor, so it's just a squeeze here. Take a little breath in, and through just a regular long, slow exhale, we're going to press the shoulders down and feel like all of that tension is flowing down through your body, down into the ground, all the way down into the center of the earth as your shoulders relax. And so we're just going to build up that tension, and then we're going to release that tension. So again, we inhale and lift and squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Now we're going to hold that. Feel like you're pulling all of that energy up from the earth, increasing the tension for just a moment. And then long and slow, we press the shoulders down, exhaling all of that tension down through your body, down through the ground, down into Mama Earth to be recycled and composted. Do that just one more time. As you inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears. Feel this tension coming up into the shoulders. We're going to hold that, squeezing it for just a moment. And then we slowly release that all the way down. As the shoulders press down, the tension is flowing away. We're letting it go. A little wiggle. Good. All right, now from here, just drop that right ear over to your shoulder. Bring your right hand overhead and place that left hand onto the floor, your fingers reaching towards the floor. Now just feel your breath rising up here into this area we just stretched. We just moved that tension out of. Good, and then gently release your hand, float your head up. Let's bring it over to the left side and wrap your left hand overhead, reaching your right shoulder down and breathe into the side of the neck. Bring the arm down, the head back up to center, and now we're going to take both arms out and up. Big, beautiful breath in. Gather into your center, palms to the heart. Hold right there. Okay, interlace your fingers and let's just roll through the wrists. Getting our morning Rice Krispies and moving out. Take a few circles the other direction. And now we're going to turn the palms away from us. So press your hands out, but stay lifted and tall through your posture. So just a wrist stretch and make sure those shoulders do not go up to your ears. So draw them back down, and then hands come into the heart. So we're going to do that again. So oftentimes we'll round back, which we will in a second, but for right now, keep your posture tall as you press the palms out and bring them in. Do that one more time, pressing out. And bring them in. Now the very satisfying. Press your palms out, tuck and round through your back. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Lift your heart to your hands. Exhale, press out. Inhale, bringing the hands in. We're going to do that one more time. We're pressing out and hold. Now from here, slowly reach the arms up. Feel your spine lengthening again. Your hips are reaching down. Your arms are reaching up. And hold. Okay, melt those shoulders a little bit. Take a breath here. And with your next exhale, a little bitty side bend to your right. Lengthen back up through center with your inhale. And exhale, a little side bend to your left. Do that again. Inhale up through your center. Exhale over. Inhale slowly up. And exhale over. And as we come up to center, pause. Very gently slide your fingers out from each other and let's just roll through the wrists as the arms float down nice and easy. And as they come down, just give everything a little shake and a wiggle. All right, now turn your palms up. And from here, we're going to bring the hands up, sort of like we're reading a newspaper, right? So we just kind of scoop them up. And then from here, press your elbows out to the sides and turn your palms forward. So it's a little cactus arm position. It's a little bit of a chest expansion, so kind of that squeeze the pencil between the shoulder blades feel. And then the arms come forward. We just retrace our steps. Your palms turn to face you, and then lower them down. We're going to do that again. So the arms scoop up. We press the elbows out wide. Bring the arms back in front of us, and then glide them down. Doing two more. Let's inhale, so adding our breath. Inhale here. Exhale, press open. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lower down. Last set, inhale, we lift. Exhale, press open. Inhale, return. And exhale, release and relax. All right, everybody, stretch those legs out. Oof. And just hang forward for a moment. Relax through your back. Have a little rock. And take your time as you roll back up again. All right, we're going to come off of our cushions. You're just sitting on the floor. And have your hands behind you for support. Let's bring the knees and feet all the way together. And we're just kind of, I call this the staring at the beach posture. We're just hanging out at the beach, watching the waves rolling in and out. Okay. But we're going to tip our knees from side to side. So hopefully this feels kind of good on your hips. I've been noticing we've been walking every day, so my hips are a little bit tighter. So this is just to help kind of massage the gluteal muscles. Bring a little movement into the waist and low back. And then come up to center. And then separate your feet about as wide as your mat and continue from side to side. So just a different stretch into our hips. Good. All right. Now come back to center, sitting tall, very gently here. Just flip your hands over so you're pressing down into the top of your hand. Just to stretch all of this out, but don't press too hard. Go gentle there. And shake the hands out. And swing those legs behind you. We're going to come to all fours, so onto our hands and our knees. From here, curling your toes under. We're going to come into our foot stretch, so we're just sending our hips back to our feet so we can feel that little stretch. Be there for just a moment. And then shift your weight forward to release away from that stretch. And then again, rocking back. And let's inhale as we rock forward. So we're integrating our breath work with this again. Exhale as you rock back, stretch your feet. Inhale as you rock forward. Now as you keep going, just notice, does one foot feel tighter than the other, or maybe one ankle? I had never really thought of that before, but I'm noticing that right now in my own body. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Just some good information to know about. And then does that begin to smooth out as we do two more? Now the feet starting to become a little bit more supple, maybe. And this last one, we're going to hold. So as we rock back, we're going to hold, take a full breath here. And then shift your weight forward and uncurl your toes. So we're just pressing gently down through the tops of our feet. And let's move through our cat stretches here. So rounding up into your cat curl. And extending out through the spine to your cat lift. Now, as you keep going, exhaling, rounding into cat curl. Inhaling, extending into cat lift. Maybe close your eyes, just bringing your awareness inside so you can feel yourself literally moving from the inside out. And just bring your awareness back to your three-part breath. And play around with that feeling of breathing into your belly, your ribs, your chest as you're coming up for that breath of fresh air, and emptying the breath down the length of your body as you round. Just for a little different awareness here. Let's take that one more time. And then next time through, just lengthen out to center. And we're going to come down onto our belly. So relaxing here in crocodile pose, head onto the hands. Blossom is snoring. I wish you could hear her. It's the cutest little snore. That's the best thing about all this is doing yoga with all of our sweet little animals. All right, you guys. So here we are in crocodile pose. So this is a restorative pose. I'm going to prop myself up so I'm not talking into the floor, but you can just keep your head resting onto your hands. And again, in this position, let's focus on that three-part breathing. Inhaling from your belly, up through the mid-body, into the chest, heart, and lungs. And exhale, emptying out again from top to bottom. Now we have a beautiful new experience because now our breath gets to move into some new nooks and crannies in this position. And then after your next exhale, just let that attention to three-part breathing go. So natural breath returns. Just relax. Now from here, we're coming to a bit of our back lift series. So I've got my legs about hips width apart. Bring your right arm down by your side. And option 1 here, you can rest your forehead on your left hand. That will keep your neck in a more neutral position if that feels more appropriate to you. Or option number 2, you can look into that left elbow. So your right cheek is resting on top of your left hand. Now, as we lift, those guys are going to stay all together as one unit. Okay. So we're going to start by pressing the hips, the legs, the feet down into the ground. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just float your upper body up, however high that is for you. And if you find that particularly challenging, lower down. You might visualize the movement. So your body is still connecting with that, even if it's just an inch off the floor or the thought of coming off the floor. So again, let's lift that upper body. Now lifting on your exhale is just going to give you a little bit more core support, a little bit more oomph to get there, hopefully smoothly. So smooth lift up and a smooth lower down, where we will pause, rest, and relax fully. Now we're going to stay on the side, and we're going to add the right leg into the mix. So now as you lift the upper body, the right leg comes with you. The hips stay firmly rooted, grounded down into the earth, and then lower down. Your back release for just a second, and then slowly rising back up. So take your time with those and make sure that you're not rushing through them. Let your back actually feel all parts of this. So feeling the contraction as you lift, so everything is engaged through the back body. And then feel everything letting go as you lower down. And then just take that extra second to really release that contraction from your back before you come up again. And this next time that you lower down, relax, and bring both hands underneath your forehead and just take a nice big breath. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. You're fine where you guys are. I'm just going to turn my body around so I'm not talking into the wall behind me. All right, so now we have our left arm down by our side, and our head is either forehead on the hand, option 1, option 2, look into that right elbow. So you know what's more appropriate for your neck, so taking that position. And just the upper body starts, so the hips, the legs, the feet press firmly down as we glide the upper body up and down. She must be having really good dreams. She's snorting in her sleep now. Let's do that a couple of times. And this next time that you lower down, just rest for a second. Relax your back, give your hips a little wiggle. And we're going to bring our left leg into the mix. So here we go. Lifting the upper body and left leg. And smooth lower down. Now as you are lifting and lowering, feel this length through your whole body. From the toes to the crown of the head. And let's just do one more here. Now, as you come all the way back down, bring both hands under your forehead. Relax everything. And just rock your head gently from side to side to massage your forehead. Give your hips and back a little wiggle. And release. From here, tuck your elbows into the sides of your body. We're going to press the hips up and come into a little child's pose. So if you have a pillow nearby, this can be a nice option to place between your hips and your heels. And maybe just rock a little side to side as you kind of nestle in. And take your time, shifting forward to all fours again. Move that pillow out of your way. And go ahead and come around onto your back. We're going to stretch all the way out onto our backs. And as you get there, let's bend the knees in to the chest and just rock a little side to side. So now we get a really nice massage of all those muscles that we just gave some love to. So just rocking and rolling here for a moment. Good. All right, come to the center, and we're going to take the knees into a wide knee to chest. So we're just letting the knees and feet fall out to the side a little bit here. The knees are kind of hugging into the sides of the abdomen. And your hands are on the knees or underneath them. And in this position, you're going to rock the knees forward and then pull them back. So it's just like we do with the knees together. It's that exact same movement, except now they're wide apart, rocking forward and back. So bringing some love into the hip joints. Let's do that a couple of times. And then we're going to take that into our knee stirs. So this next time that the knees come into the body, we're going to circle them into each other, press them out and away from each other. Nice big circles. Let your hands guide that movement so that the legs and hips can receive the movement. And let's take one more around this way. And reverse, other direction. Last time around. And then bring your knees all the way in. Slide your hands behind your thighs. I'm just kind of lengthening my lower back out a little bit here. And now from here, we're going to press both feet up into the air, just gentle and easy. In fact, let's tap out through the backs of the hamstrings for a moment. And then just bend your knees back into your chest. We're going to do that again. So we're going to press from hip to heel. So think of your hips pressing down, your heels pressing up. Your knees are only as straight as is good for you. And this time we point the toes up, and then we flex the feet and bend the knees into the chest. And we do that again. So pressing hip to heel, and point, and flex, and lower. We're going to do it one more time, pressing up, and point, and flex, and hold right here, and just separate your feet a little bit. So Imagine that your legs are resting on a wall. So we're just going to do a little legs up in the air, legs up the wall, imaginary wall, to get a little release, a little flush of the blood flow and the lymph back into the body. So we're just literally hanging out here. You might need to deepen that knee bend to make that more comfortable for you. You might need to place one foot down and just do one leg for a few breaths and then switch into the other leg if that feels better. So lots of options there. But let's take maybe 3 more breaths here. Just letting the legs drain. One more breath. And just melt your knees into your chest and place your feet flat onto the floor. Good. All right, notice how your feet feel, how your legs feel after doing that. And now go ahead and stretch your legs all the way out onto the floor. And we're going to come into our crescent moon stretch. So from here, slide your legs over to the left edge of your mat, and you can keep them side by side, or you can wrap that right ankle over top of the left. Yogi's choice. Bring your right arm up alongside your ear, and this left arm is down by your side. We're going to take our little side bend over. And remember, if you feel like there's any pinching or pulling, or your ribs have really popped up, or you're feeling a little twist through your torso, those are just all indications that you've gone a little too deep into that stretch. So you would just back out of it a little bit and let things start to relax there. And then when you feel that relaxation happening, you can inchworm your way deeper into the stretch from there. So directing your breath into this whole right side of your body. Expanding on the inhale. Melting, softening, relaxing on the exhale. Again, it's sort of like a balloon inflating and deflating. Begin to soften out of the sides. So we're going to relax the arms, unhook the ankles, and take your time as everything comes back centered. Keeping down at your feet to make sure your legs made it back in line with your hips, the shoulders, back to center, and relax for just a moment before we go to the other side. Right, now take your legs and walk them over to the right corner of your mat, and again you can slide that left leg right up beside the right, or you can cross the ankle. Left arm comes up beside the ear, and we side bend to the right. So we're sliding that right arm down the side of the body. And as you get there, feel this elongation through this whole left side and your breath here. Let yourself just relax deeper into each exhale. Take one more breath here. And softening out of that, relaxing back to your center, legs back in line with your hips, shoulders there too. And then just slide both knees into your chest again. This time, keeping your knees and feet together as we circle them around and just massage everything out. And then a few circles the other direction. Back to center. And then from here, place your feet onto the floor. And take your time as you roll over onto your side. Just pause there for a moment. And slowly press that floor away and bring yourself up to sitting. All right. We're going to find some supports here. So a couple of pillows or a blanket or whatever you have there. I'll show you with both of them. So we're going to come into either a mountain brook pose or a reclining rest pose. So mountain brook is when we're just placing that cushion underneath the upper back, and reclining rest is when we have the support lengthwise through the whole spine. So let me show you. So if you're working with a blanket, I've got something like this, and I'm just going to fold that in thirds. I'm going to roll that up a little bit. And then I'm going to place that, I'm going to cross the T of my mat. So I'm going to place that crossways over the mat. And then I'm going to take my pillow and place it underneath my knees. So I'll show you the other one in just a second, but let me show you mountain brook first. Now this is the Goldilocks position, right? We don't want that blanket too high or too low. So think about the bottom edge of your shoulder blades. Am I saying that right? Yeah, the bottom edge of your shoulder blades are going to roll over the top edge of your blanket. So as I tuck and roll back, I'm wiggling everything out there. And I just want my shoulders to be able to cascade back and down into the floor. So you want to make sure that blanket's not up under the top of your shoulders here, and make sure it's not underneath your lower back, but it's kind of right at the bra line, I guess you could think of. So we're getting a nice chest expansion. The legs can stretch over your pillow. The arms would be out to the sides. All right, that is option one. Wow. Option two would just be to turn that lengthwise so that you feel a little bit more supported through your whole back. So your bum would be on the floor. I love that word, bum. And then we just tuck and roll. So that way we are supported the length of the spine from the lower back to the head. And same idea. Kind of wiggling those shoulder blades out from each other. So see which one feels better in your body today. If you don't have a folded blanket, you could do the same thing with a pillow, right? Just underneath you and opening up. So there's lots of options there. This is where you really get to be creative because I don't get to have eyes on you. So I'm going to trust that your body is not going, this doesn't feel good. I want your body to say, this feels amazing. So keep wiggling around until you find that just right position. And it's always an option to ditch all of the blankets and cushions and just rest on your back. Okay. So as you are there, I'm going to get there again with you. All right. Make sure your neck is feeling good. Make sure it feels well supported. Let's take a deep breath in and just let it go. Feel the weight of your body. Melting down into those cushions. Have a little yawn. Yawning is such a great way to release stuck stress and tension. Now you guys are just gonna stay there for a couple of minutes. So we're gonna do about 3 or 4 minutes here in your mountain brook pose or reclining rest or whatever variation suits you today. And from that position, bring the palms together in front of the chest and rub them together. Close your eyes and rest your hands over the eyes. Just let that warmth and weight and relaxation of your hands sink and soak into you. Take a few moments to just feel the mind quieting in. Everything softening underneath your hands. Feel the muscles around and behind your eyes resting into that warm, fuzzy darkness of the hands. And just take a couple of easy breaths, soft and easy. From here, bring your fingertips onto your forehead, and we're just going to give ourselves a little forehead massage. So I'm just doing some little circles there across the forehead and out towards the temples. Maybe up into the hairline, even up into the scalp can feel really nice. So that shampoo massage feel. And we can come down to the ears and gently stretch, gently pull the ears up and out in all directions. We're making space. And come around to the occipital bones, the base of the skull behind the ears, and the back of the head, base of the head. Massaging. Noticing if you've got some tender bits here, you might just press and hold and breathe into them if you do. Massaging down the sides of the neck to the shoulders. And then just shake off the hands and the arms. Let the arms relax out to your sides again for just another moment here. Now from here, we're going to transition into Shavasana. So bend your knees. Roll onto one side. Move that blanket or pillow out from underneath your back and roll onto your back again. You can place that pillow under your legs or on top of your body. And into Shavasana. Feel your whole back relaxing down into the ground. Feel the front of your body beginning to soften down into the back of your body. But again, just feel the whole weight of your beautiful body relaxing down into that gentle pull of gravity, relaxing and letting go now. And allow your awareness to meander its way down through you. And just noticing that place within you that feels the most peaceful and relaxed right now. Noticing this area. And notice what it looks like, what it feels like. If it has a color or texture. And as you gently breathe into this area, allow this feeling of peacefulness and relaxation to expand. Spreading out through you. Going into your cells and your tissues. Peace and relaxation filling every nook and cranny of you. Just allow yourself to bask in that feeling for a little while, enjoying it, smiling sweetly to yourself, enjoying a few more moments here of quiet rest. Allow this beautiful feeling of peace and relaxation to stay with you as you start to bring a little more awareness back into your body and your eyes still closed, just sensing the space around you and the ground beneath you. Take a few deeper breaths again. Beginning to bring a little wiggle and stretch into our fingers and our toes. Gently waking our bodies up to a new beautiful day. Taking a little stretch any way that feels good to you. And as you're ready, just bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Roll over onto your side. And as you're ready, slowly begin to make your way back up to sitting again. Blossom woke up from her nap too. All right, so as you're getting there, everybody, just bring your palms together in front of your heart center. One big, beautiful breath here, breathing right back into that feeling of peace and relaxation. It is yours, it is in you, it is you. You get to carry that forth into your day. But thanks for being here, everybody. Namaste.